Hello all, good morning. Okay, in the last session, we have discussed about async and await, right? So, if you have three asynchronous tasks and those three are interdependent, and definitely we should go with a promise chain, right? So, here this is the simplest syntax that with a promise chain, and we understand that suppose if you have a more asynchronous calls which are interdependent, okay, sometimes it's not that much easy to handle with the help of this promise chain. So we have another solution. This is just a syntax wise it is changed, but logically completely same. That is with the help of async and await. It looks like it is like synchronous, right? So if you see, if you put await, it will wait until you it got resolved. Okay, it will, of course, it will return the promise, and once the promise is resolved, it will trigger the then method, right? Here it will handle those two things internally. So it will return the promise, and once it is successful, it will return the user details like that. So yesterday we have discussed these things. But if something went wrong, what will happen? Okay, right now, because most of the developers in the world prefer to use async and await. So even though you're not interested, please do prefer this one, async and await. Okay, yeah, so that I'm just commenting this one. And if something, suppose here it's very easy for us to error handling. Okay, in this situation, this is going to be very um, useful fun promise chain. So if you just put a catch and hope you know right, error, suppose if something went wrong, you will get immediately that it will hit the catch block, and you can show that error details, something like that, whatever the error is there. This is fantastic. But whenever we are dealing with async and await, how to handle the errors? Okay, this is somewhat different than normal promise chain, normal catch. So let's see. So anyway, this is we are talking about async and await, so that's why I'm just commenting this code. So first, let's see. I'm just executing this one, which we have done yesterday, whether it is working properly or not. So just refresh. So start. We're calling the get user called, and maybe after some time, once we got the result, it will hit the repos second one. Once it is resolved, once you got the response, and then it will go and execute the get commits. And if it is successful, it will return the results, final results. So hopefully so far we don't have any problems. It will print the commits information. Okay. So suppose, let's see, suppose if something went wrong in the middle. So I'm just opening the get user itself, the first asynchronous call. Okay, whether irrespective of whether it is have a user information or not. Okay, I'm just rejecting it. So for just learning purpose. Okay, normally if everything is good, you should resolve it. But here in this situation, okay, by mistake something went wrong in our logic, and it is going to reject. So then what will happen? So just refresh. Okay, I didn't change anything in the async and await part. Okay, the only thing is, okay, here it is going to be break. So it will reject. Okay, the success case, fantastic. You will get the user details here. Success case, you will get the repository here. You will get a commits, and everything is fine. But something went wrong in the middle. How to handle that? That's most important. So let's say just refresh. Okay, if it is reject, definitely it will throw an error. That's everyone knows that. Throw error. Okay, we have given 10,000 milliseconds, so it will take 10 seconds time. So something went wrong. Okay, uncaught error in promise, something went wrong. Okay, that's the natural thing. We should handle error. So, but how to solve that? So we should add catch block, right? That's a natural one. So here we can't add a catch block for user repo commits and like that. Okay, let me add here because this is the error in a get user. So what we need to do, we can add catch block for this. Okay, what I'm doing here, dot catch. This is fantastic. But we have another problem with this. That's why we need to learn something interesting. Just wait for a minute. So here, so suppose you can say just handle that information. Suppose this is error. Okay, error details. Because if you just handle with the help of catch, it is not going to stop the execution. It will give that error message and it will keep on executing the next lines. Okay, that's the importance of putting a catch block. So here, error, whatever the error is there, you can just put that error information. If you see, suppose if you don't put handle with a catch block, it will throw an error, like you will see that in a red color. That means a JavaScript engine stop executing, and by this point, it is not going to execute any kind of JavaScript code after this exception. Okay, so that's why we should handle exception properly. So if something went wrong in this, okay, it is going to log the error details like something went wrong in a black color. That means if you got the information or error message in a black color, that means it's not going to stop the execution. Okay, so let's refresh. So let me open in another tab so that it's going to be easy for us to compare the console. So I'm just refreshing one more time for you. Okay, get user called. If something went wrong in the first asynchronous call, it will hit the catch block of that and it will print the error message. Okay, that's fine. So if you see something went wrong, this is what we have done here. Up to this point, okay, fine. But here you see we got another error. That means cannot read properties of undefined reading email ID. So if you see, whenever you are handling the error message with the help of catch block, catch block, okay, it will log these details, whatever it is, whatever the logic you implement in this catch block, it will do that. And after completing that, it will go and start executing line from 117, 118, 119, 120. But the here problem is because this second asynchronous call is dependent on the first asynchronous call result, right? If you don't have a user details, we should not call the get repositories because the email ID we should extract from the user. So if something went wrong in the get user, definitely it doesn't return any value to the user because it will go to the catch block. And if you don't have any value in the user, and if you just try to call the get repos, definitely if you don't have an email ID, definitely it will break. It will break the it will throw an exception. So how to handle this? Okay, so here adding catch blocks here is not the right solution. Okay, what I'm saying, adding catch block to a await is not a solution. So what is the solution for this? Just remove this. Okay, so this is alternative solution is there. Directly you should use a try catch block. What you need to do, so just try. So of course I didn't explain to you, especially who are following our series, what is the exception handling. Don't worry, this is very simple and I will create a separate video on that, fundamentals of exception handling. So this is simple. It's a try block. Just put whatever the logic you have implemented for async and await. Just put that in a try block and just add catch. Okay, this is also a similar one. What? I forgot the syntax kind of thing. Okay, console.log Actually, it should have an argument, right? Error message. Don't differ your expected. I think I forgot the syntax. Oh my God, because I did use this one regularly. Okay, error. What are you doing? Beginner's mistake. Okay, error. Okay, something. So it will just log the error details in a smoother way. Error. So if you see, important thing is, okay, if you get an error at user, it will come to the catch block and it is not going to execute the line number 117. Suppose if we get an error at get repositories and it will come to the catch block and it is not going to execute the get commits. So this is super, right? Yeah, with one simple try catch, we can handle all the things at a time. So just go and refresh. Now you don't see red color things. Hopefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So something went wrong, but it is not showing any error message in the red color because whenever you got the error at line number 116, whenever you got an exception or error, immediately it will go to the catch block and it is going to stop executing 117, 118 and 119. So then we should handle. So suppose, yeah, we have a problem with the get user and we are not going to call the get repos and get commits, and what you need to do, so you can think and how to solve that one here, okay, according to the requirement. So here, this is the simplest solution to handle the errors in async and await. Hope you guys understood. So yes, this is enough for this video, and few more other important things are there in JavaScript, so I will keep on adding all these things. Please do practice, and if you understand, just give me a comment like understood or something. Okay, that's all for today, and see you in the next video with another super important thing. Okay, bye bye.